Do you want to improve the look and appearance of your home for under £100? Well, you could end up with something like this at the end of this video. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to panel a wall step by step and get a nice professional finish afterwards. So let's get straight into the video. So a couple of things to note before we start. This wall, obviously, I'm assuming if you're doing this yourself, you're going to be redecorating the room. So what you want to do ideally is do one coat on the wall first, which is what we've done here, and then fit the panel in, seal it all up, and then you'll do the second coat or even third coat after. So as a very simple drawing, just so you can visualise my thought, this is obviously our door there, and this is this wall. All we're aiming for is to have a dado rail about a third of the way up, maybe a bit higher, and then split the difference to get these boxes. There's a few things I'm going to have to work around, like these plug sockets down here, but we can worry about that later on. But obviously first, get a piece of paper and just visualise in your head what you want it to look like, and then you can take the measurements afterwards. So a good place to start with our particular design is to find out the height of the dado rail that you want. So Kira's just told me where she wants it roughly, and then I've just measured out to the nearest even number, which works out about 1.3 meters from the floor, and then that will be the top of the dado rail, so it will go somewhere there. And the way we get it budget friendly is we use this polymer material. So you can get these dado rails from Screwfix. You get a pack of 6 at 2.1 meters, and they're a polymer material, so they're not wood, but I can vouch for these because we've used them in our own house, and yeah, they come out really nice once painted. On our other videos, we keep getting asked where we get them from, so I'll put a link to them in the description, but as I said, they're just from Screwfix. Just type in dado rail and you'll see them. Right, so this next part, you can either take that measurement you made earlier, use a long spirit level, and then make some marks across the whole wall, or if you have got a laser level, like I have here, you'll just line it up with the mark there, across the whole length of the wall, and then that just makes it that little bit easier. So from here, all I need to do is transfer the measurement from the end of the wall to the architrave here, transfer that to the dado rail, cut it, and then I can put my first. You can use just a mitre block and a handsaw if you haven't got one of those. So as I mentioned, we're doing the dado first, so I can stick this on now. I'm just using some instant grab adhesive, and then I've also got 25mm pin nails, basically just to put them in place until this dries. And this is honestly all you need to fix them to the wall. I've just prepped 3 nails across just so it's easier once it's on the wall. And then now I'm just going to put a bit of this scrap adhesive on the back. It's only really light stuff anyway, so it doesn't take a lot for it to stick. These nails can be a bit temperamental, they can tend to bend. So the main thing is for them just to be touching, making contact with the wall behind, so it holds it in place. Okay, so to try and make this make sense, the measurement from this wall to this wall is 191 centimeters. So the way to work out these panels are this distance here and here will have to be equal. So we've gone for 12 centimeters. On the actual wall, we'll make a mark at 12 centimeters, and that will give us this edge here. The same mark from the bottom of the dado rail to 12 centimeters down will give us this corner, and then the same on the other side, and then that distance in between, all you have to do is take off 12 centimeters in the center, and then that will give you the measurement for these. So there's an easier way to do that, which I'll show you now. So that might not make sense, but an easier way to think about it is to take the whole measurement of this wall, which for us is 191, and then we want 2 panels, so there'll be 1, 2, 3 spaces in between, which is going to be 12 centimeters. So all you have to do is do 191 minus 36, so the 3 12s, and then divide that by 2 because we're having 2 separate panels. Hopefully that made sense for the width. To work out the height, it's exactly the same, just 12 centimeters down from the bottom of the dado rail, and then 12 centimeters up from the skirting board, and that distance is the height for the side pieces. So now everything you need, the width and the height, I'll need 4 of each, so all I need to do now is go and cut those. Okay, so I've got all my pieces cut. I just cut them all in one batch, it's usually easier that way. So the 2 different lengths, and then I've just set my laser up again on the 12 centimeter mark across the whole wall. And then I think what I'm going to do is just start with the 2 top pieces, because once they're in, that will set my level for the two sides and bottom piece, so I won't have to use the laser level after this section. And just as a little close up here, this mark is 12 centimeters from this architrave, so all you'll have to do is get it in line with that corner there, and then you haven't got to worry about that side, other than obviously keeping it level with the laser. So I know that was a time lapse, but hopefully you could see the two methods I used. So I set the laser up on this one here to use that as a level, and then I also used the actual spirit level on the other side. So I've shown you there that you can do it both ways. But yeah, these are in place now. I've just got to let them dry. Then I can go around and caulk them all up, and then obviously we can do the other parts of the walls as well afterwards. Okay, so all the panels are on this wall. Next I'm going to go around with some decorators caulk on all the edges and also all the holes that you've just seen me knock the pins into. Once that's dry, then you're pretty much safe to paint. So I can do this now. When we come to paint this now, the best way we've found is to just paint these a couple times, so 1 or 2 coats, usually 2, and then paint them again with the whole wall, and then you should hopefully get a seamless join here, because what we've done in the past is we've painted them and like you'll try not to, but you will get brush marks on this bit, and you'll see them through the paint, so it's best to paint those first and then them again with the rest of the wall, and then it blends in nicely then. So I'm going to let Kira do that and we'll show you once it's painted. And there you have it. That was how to panel a wall step by step, and look at this finish. Seamless, no brush marks. Really happy.